Hey, welcome back to Old Pa's Woodshop. Glad you could be here. Thank you for watching. We're going to get right into this thing. It's the forest floor burl, and I think you're going to like this. Enjoy the show. Thanks for watching.
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
Just a little small project. Won't take too long to do. Kind of an easy one. Wow, that didn't glue down all that good, did it? Oh well, it'll be fine. It'll be fine until it's not. This is going to be interesting because it's kind of weirdly centered. I have to go real light with the turner thing or the thingy maker. I guess you call it a bowl gouge. What was that last time? I think it's going to be interesting. All kinds of weird shapes. Well, I'll turn it and see what it turns into. And what it is what it'll be. We're running about 800 there. All right, here we go. We're going to start right here and we're going to just kind of work it out. We're going to go real soft with the We're going to go soft with the light cuts because we don't know how good that tenon is on the back. I don't have a whole lot of faith in that mount. Probably just fine for this thing. And if it isn't, we'll always wish it was. We'll be mounting it on there again. Once this is even all the way across, I'm gonna roll the edges back because there's a lot of unevenness. Yeah, that's pretty good. We can start digging it out. So I don't know what kind of wood this is. But it has a really interesting consistency. This inside burly part is real consistent and comfortable to turn. But as you come out, it changes. It gets a little grabbier and catchier. So that's kind of an interesting thing. So my plan for this, oh, look at the bug holes. How cool is that? That's going to make an interesting effect. Anyway, I think I'm going to come out to about where this bug hole line is right here. And then I'm going to roll this backwards. Instead of turning anything on the outside, I'm just going to roll this off. So that the shiny part is on the inside and the outside is going to be roughy toughy. I think it's going to look pretty cool. I'm not sure what these bug holes are going to do with it, but we'll see. I'm going to put on a mask because it's got a little dust to it. Let's see where we're at. Make sure we don't have any thin spots. Yeah, we're going to start getting thin right here. So, look, we still got about a ½ inch, so we can go quite a bit there. So now we're going to start rolling the back edge off. I'm just going to peel it back here little by little. See what we're looking at here. Oh, we got bug poop all over the place here. That'll be okay though. We know how to get rid of that.
We still got to roll it back to get past this here and this here. We want to get past that cut. So we'll roll it back a little deeper. I think it's going to be gorgeous.
I'm driving down an empty freeway. No waiting for the light to change. I'm seeing the sunrise behind me.
I'm going to wipe it down with some, what is it, 91 proof alcohol. Just regular alcohol, isopropyl, iso alcohol. And all that does is gives you a good idea what it's going to look like when it's finished. And it will expose any scratches that you didn't get. And it'll just kind of clean things up. So there that is, all cleaned up. Clean all the dust off the outside. Oh, has anybody noticed yet that I did this backwards? That I turned the inside before I did any turning on the outside? Why, you ask? Why would he do that? I'll tell you why. It's because I already liked the outside. The outside looks really good. So when I turn this around, when I take this out of the chuck here, I'm going to turn it around and put it against a pressure pad and get the tab off the back of it and make sure it sets flat and sand it with the world famous Sandoflex. So yeah, the Sandoflex. I'll tell you a story about the Sandoflex. I watch a guy called Phil Anderson. Some of you may be familiar with him. He's a pretty awesome turner. Anyway, he always sands it off with the Sandoflex, and I liked watching him so much I had to buy a Sandoflex. It took me like 2 months to get it because they were back ordered. Anyway, I did finally get the Sandoflex, and it's a good tool. I like to use it. So anyway, that's my story about the Sandoflex, my Phil Anderson story about the Sandoflex. And if you haven't watched his videos, it's Phil Anderson's Shady Acres wood shop or something. Shady Acre, I don't know. He's a he doesn't live far from me, I guess. I mean, I don't know him or anything, but I know he lives right around this area. Give him a look. He does so much beautiful live edge stuff, and it's just a pleasure to watch the man work. Anyway, here we go. We're going to put some of this E Ultra Shine on it, and I like this stuff. It's nothing technical about it. You just put it on here, and I'm using the same rag that I put the alcohol on with. I don't know if that'll cut it a little bit and make it blend in, because it's not real warm in the shop. I think, what does it say? Well, I guess maybe it is pretty warm in the shop. It's getting up on 70 degrees in here. Good fireplace. Like my fireplace. Anyway, pretty comfortable in here today. So there's the E Ultra Shine. Not a whole lot to it. Just put it on there. And I like putting that amount of alcohol, whatever's left in the rag after you wipe it all down. Which isn't very much, just a little bit. Maybe kind of helps it thin out just a teeny tiny bit. And I'm using a fuzzy Costco rag here. I usually use a sheet, you know, old sheet material. That seems to work pretty good. And the only thing I'm not liking about, well, I'm liking it, but it's a double-edged sword. I got all these little sharp edges on this, and I'm not gonna fill them. I don't want to fill them because I kind of like the looks of them all raggedy jaggedy and opened up and kind of natural. Anyway, here we go. We're going to put this on. We're going to start it out at 455 in reverse. Give it a spin. There it goes. We're just going to kind of burnish that in a little bit. Nothing, let it polish itself up. Oh, look, I can see a reflection coming out of it already. I may have to go get a sheet because I don't like the way this thing's pilling up. I'm going to turn the speed up here, probably about 700 or something. Yeah. And then I'm going to go up, I'm going to run it up 750, oh, 1750. That'll work. I like that. And that really shines that up. Let's see what that looks like. I think maybe we need another coat of it on there. I don't know. I think it looks pretty darn cool. What do you think? Write it down in the comments. Okay, that's half done. Now we got to get it turned around and do the other half. So, let's see. Like I said, I'm doing this backwards, so I don't know what kind of problems I'm going to run into on the other side. So I got my little circle around there. And I can just kind of align this with that. Looks like I got to go this way a little bit more. Pretty darn close, right about there. Make that go that way a little bit. And just go a little bit more this way. And that looks pretty good. So, turn that on about 250 just to have, oops, let's put it in forward. Okay, 250, that looks pretty good. So we'll bear down on that just a little bit, put some pressure on it, turn it to stop. So I'm gonna thicken this out, you know, turn this down to about another 1/4 of an inch or so, and that'll give it a little better balance. And make a base out of it, and then I will use the Sandoflex on this guy, and it'll be pretty. And then we'll just probably use some sort of, I don't know what we're gonna do with that. Maybe we'll just shellac it and call it good, because it looks pretty cool just the way it is. Just needs to be clean, that's all. So I'm going to Come in here like so. Just clean this down a little bit. We'll run this up to about 500 or a little more. 700, that looks good. Alright, so this particular little piece of wood, let me tell you a little bit about it. I don't know anything about it. I don't know what it is. It could be cherry, I don't know. It's got lots of bug holes in it though, and it's kind of cool. I'm choosing not to fill the bug holes because I think it's kind of a cool feature. And you can see right through there, which is cool. I'll put it up here close so you can see. I don't know if you can see through the back side of those holes or not. But anyway, that's that. Now, it's kind of oddball on the back. I don't know if it's going to sit level, but I know how to make it sit level. We'll see. Let me cut this tab off here. Oh, I didn't take the tab all the way off because I was on just a friction fitted. It was just pressed up a piece of non-slippage material in a jam chuck. And if I'd have cut this all the way off, it could have done stupid things. Not that I've never seen any of my stuff do stupid things before. There we go. And that really wasn't a big deal. So let's see if that's going to sit flat. There we go. Look at that. Oh, it's got a little wobble to it. Maybe I'll take and put it on the sander real quick and see if it doesn't, see if we can't flatten that out just a little bit. I'll be right back. There's a little hollow here, so it's not sitting flat, completely flat. And it seems to be sitting quite stable now. So there we go, that's better. Good enough to throw your change in at the end of the day. I don't know what you're gonna use this bowl for. I don't know what anybody's gonna use this bowl for, but it's a cute little bowl. Anyway, moving on, the next thing we gotta do to this, I'm gonna soften these sharp edges right here. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna take my my little Uncle Henry knives here that I got as a gift that I very much appreciate. And I'm just gonna kind of go through and soften these edges, because like I said, I'm not going to, I'm just not going to fill this. It's too small. It's a fun piece to do. It's not a, did I say what I was going to call this? Forest floor wood? Yeah. Alrighty, looks like we got the forest floor burl all done and ready for the unveiling. So here it is. It's the forest floor burl. It's about 6 inches around, about 1.5 inches tall, 1.25 inches, something like that. Not real big. Turned out pretty good. Got lots of pretty grain in there. Yeah. The edges left the outside of it natural. The little shellac finish on there. Got the Opaz Wood Shop and the number and the signature all ready to go. So there you have it. If you like the video, please subscribe. Appreciate you watching, and we'll see you on the next one.